Hello everybody, it's Rhino and Craig here. We are at the 2018 Day 1 Food and Wine Festival at Epcot. Hashtag Taste Epcot. I don't like that hashtag.
Yeah, you just did that.
But anyway, what are we doing today?
Well,
I mean, obviously.
Yeah, we always come on the first day, and right now we're loving it a little bit because the weather is perfect. It already had some rain come through, cooled things down. A little bit of humidity, but a nice little breeze. Yeah. So that means
clouds keeping the sun away.
Yeah, that means we're actually going to be able to eat today without feeling disgusting and dehydrated and just like really run down. And I think our strategy is going to be new. So there's just going through like the book and leading up to the event. There's not a ton of things that are new this year, unfortunately.
It's a lot of activities, I think, were the thing they added, like things that you can do.
Yeah, but it doesn't have to be just new to the event. It can also be things new to us. So, you know, we're going to skip some of the classics that we've done year after year. Yes, I know you're dying to find out if the quality is held up. We'll do that eventually later down the road. But today, why don't we focus on just new and fresh? So that way, you know, we at least can be like, this is different instead of just the same year after year. So,
I'm hungry.
Yeah, I'm hungry too. So why don't we just go get started and taste Epcot? We made our first stop for food and wine. And of course, it's neither food nor wine. It is beer inside the Light Lab. And I use that very loosely. Light Lab, again, is two separate parts, even though it's listed all together on one menu. You have the indoor Light Lab section that's all neon and black light, and that's where you get the non-alcoholic drinks and like the little fun souvenir cup that looks like not a beaker, but you know, I can't think of the name, of course. My chemistry teacher, if you're watching this, I apologize.
I thought it was a beaker.
That might be a type of beaker, but I know there's an actual name for it. And so we skipped that part though, walked in to see it, and like, it's a little busy inside. So then we went out into the main area that smells awful as always, and went to where the beer was. And they have two different beer flights that are available there, $9 each. It's a cider flight actually, not a beer flight. And then the RGB flight, which is named so aptly because of the colors with it. There's a red beer, there's a green beer, and there's a blue beer. So there's the Playa Linda Brewing Red Cherry Tart, and that's from Titusville. I'm gonna drink that right now. Oh yeah, tart, sour. That's nice, I like that. So the next one is the Grasslands Green Kiwi Blonde from Tallahassee. It's light, it's refreshing. I'm wishing there would be a little bit more kiwi flavor. I don't know if maybe that's because the red cherry tart's overpowering that kiwi, but I'm not getting any kiwi at all, just in color. And then the last one is the MIA Blueberry Golden Ale. It's from Doral. That's a nice, delicious blueberry beer. So, you know, one of the recommendations Rhino and I always tell everyone, if you're looking for like the closest brewery offsite to anywhere on Disney property, usually your best bet is to just run over to Sea Dog, especially if it's like happy hour. And, you know, Sea Dog's known for their blueberry wheat beer that they have, and this is very, very similar to that. Just really delicious blueberry taste on it. So again, light, very drinkable. If you're one of those people who are like, I like a lighter beer, but you want some flavor to it, that fruitiness, good choice. So besides the kiwi, I'm impressed with all three beers. So I would say, because the red cherry tart and the golden ale are so good, just get the flight and suffer through the middle one. But I want you to try them, Rhino.
I actually got to try these beers during a food and wine festival preview I went to with Corey, but the blueberry beer they gave us to look at, but it wasn't actually done yet. And so I know that I think this one was the MIA. It wasn't. It was being exclusively made for this festival. So I thought that was really cool. I love the idea that it's a beer you can only get here and nowhere else. They did an eggnog beer like that, and then Sea Dog ended up getting it. But The red cherry tart, this is from Playa Linda. That one is super good. Like, this one is one I can see myself definitely going back to get, because I like fruitier beers and tart, and I like that sour side of it. Oh, yuck. Oh, I'm sorry.
Yep, I told you.
It's not even, it doesn't have kiwi flavor. It has a weird, like...
It's got that corny aftertaste that a lot of blondes sometimes have.
Oh, okay. I got a little bit of the kiwi that time, but it's like, but yeah, it's very, when you go from the tart, like a really tart and sweet one, to this like very kind of, not even bitter, it's just like, I don't know.
Gross.
This blueberry beer is pretty good though. I like it because it's not, despite its color, it's not like blueberry. You know, there is a blueberry beer they sell at Publix that is very in-your-face blueberry. My favorite is the Sea Dogs blueberry, but this is very like, it's light, it's like refreshing. It's I don't know. I would definitely recommend trying the Flight, like Craig said. If you want something a little more substantial, my vote's gonna go to the red cherry tart, because this one's pretty good. Like, I don't know if this is also brewed exclusively for the festival, but this is a beer like if I saw it in the store I would buy for sure.
We found some extra people. Charles and Steve.
We just happen to be here.
Yeah. So the more the merrier, you know that. We are right outside of
The Eats District.
Yeah, the Eats District. I guess that is the best way to say it. There's Active Eats,
Coastal
Earth Eats, Coastal Eats, yeah. And so we got a couple things from Earth Eats, and then Charles got one thing from Active Eats. Charles, what did you get?
I got the Energy Bar Bites, which are made with, help me out,
Chocolate, nuts,
dried fruit
and
dates. So, get to dig into this real here.
Please. Do you feel active?
Is
No.
it good to eat?
I like it. I actually do. It's not as heavy as I thought, but it's still like, it's dense. It's basically a brownie with nuts and dates in it. So like, for some reason I thought this would be better in the heat than some of the other stuff. But yeah, this is like a sugary dessert. It's good.
Welcome to Food and Wine, where nothing's good in the heat. I'm going to start with the Steakhouse Blended Burger. It's a blended beef and wild mushroom slider with brie cheese, fondue, arugula, truffle, and blue cheese potato chip on a barouche bun.
Barouche.
Okay, here goes nothing.
It's got potato chips on it.
It does, and you know how we're a fan of
Crunchy.
sandwiches that have a little crunch from potato chip. Okay, it's really good. A lot of the flavor is coming from, obviously, the truffle potato chip that's on there, as well as the brie cheese fondue, but the beef just cooked really nicely. It's not dry at all. I really like it. So I'm gonna let you try that, Rhino, and then you have an impossible task, I believe, ahead of you.
Craig is correct. We like to put potato chips and on anything. Sandwiches, burgers seems like a great idea. Whenever truffle is in anything, I always say you can never have enough truffle, and that's true here. Strong truffle flavor. Definitely that cheese fondue makes kind of a big difference as opposed to like a slice of cheese, but this is pretty good. This is good. The thing I'm most excited for, the Impossible Burger. Oh, I just swallowed that burger really quick and there was a solid potato chip in my throat right now and it hurts. Okay. So the Impossible Burger is made out of a bunch of stuff that I don't remember, but because it doesn't tell you here either, but it comes with wasabi cream and a spicy Asian slaw and a sesame seed bun. Super excited about this. I recently had my first Impossible Burger and it was super good. They had one at Typhoon Lagoon and that was surprisingly good there too. So I've had like 3 now in the last like 2 weeks, but they've all been good. So I'll be curious to see how this one goes. I'm gonna leave that side for you, Craig, over there. Be the biggest size. Have you had an Impossible Burger yet?
Not yet. See them everywhere. Haven't done it.
This is super good. One of my favorite things about the Impossible Burger is actually like, it has that same texture and consistency of meat, but it's like almost like, I don't want to say crispy, but it's got a little bit of that edge to it. This Asian slaw on here is super good. It's not overly spicy. It's like just the right amount, but I am, I can see myself getting this again. So I'm gonna inhale this other piece and let you try now too, because I really want you to try this before it gets cold.
It's really delicious. I love the spicy Asian flavor. I just don't like the bun. I'm not feeling the sesame seed bun. Other than that, I like it.
We're over at New Zealand, and I'm about to try the seared venison sausage, which has kumara puree and wild mushroom marsala sauce. So let's give it a shot. That's really awesome. You probably want to get it hotter. I kind of let it sit for a second while I was taking care of other stuff. You probably want it freshly hot, but the flavors go really well together. And the sausage itself, which is what I was psyched about, is good. So it's a nice venison sausage. It's not as gloppy as it might look right here, but it's pretty delicious. I like it a lot.
Oh yeah.
So I got the green-lipped mussels. There's butter and garlic all over the top, so that should make it good, and some breadcrumbs. So like any shellfish, it's usually the garlic and the butter that makes it any good. So let's see what this is all about.
Slurp it up.
It's like,
Yeah, you just got to get in there.
Is that from New Zealand?
really good. It's like any shellfish though. If you don't like the texture, you're not gonna like it, but it's really good.
So the refreshment port, of course, is here at Epcot year-round, and recently, in like the past 6 months, they switched over to a poutine menu full of poutines. It's a poutineery of sorts, but they're having special poutine for Food and Wine. So that includes like a sweet potato poutine, or what I got, the brisket poutine, and it has been sitting for a while. I'll be honest with that. We've been in a great conversation, so it's cold, but I'm sure the flavor's still there. I'm not going to knock it or anything on that. Of course, French fries, beef brisket, beer cheese sauce, crispy onions. And I'll say right away, I'm disappointed that it's your standard Disney theme park fries. That's a no-no
The
for
steak
poutine.
fries. I gotta have the steak fries.
Yeah.
Or the tots. You know I like the tots.
Doesn't even have to be a steak fry. I would prefer a fresh cut fry. But fries aside, the flavor is great.
Fries before guys.
What? I don't even know what that means. Yeah, no, fries aside, the brisket's actually really tasty. The beer cheese sauce is where most of the flavor is coming from. That's not a bad thing. Crispy onions just accent it. It's gonna sit like a brick, baby, but it's good. Here in the merry old land of Ireland, I've had the food here before, so that wasn't interesting me, but the Guinness Bailey shake was. So it is a milkshake of sorts. It's not really the same consistency as that, more of like a thick drink, I guess would be the best way to describe it. Chocolate shaving toppings on there. A nice little plastic cup, so a little bit of a souvenir with it. I mean, it's gotta be for $10.50, right? Yeah, no, the Bailey's definitely is the main flavor you're getting from this. Not the Guinness as much, but
It's creamy.
it's creamy.
It looks creamy.
So, for maybe if you're not a fan of desserts here at Food and Wine because it's always too hot, this is a good way to drink your dessert. Plus get some alcohol too. I like this a lot, actually. I'm really a fan.
All right, so over at Japan, I got the beef nigiri with shrimp sauce and diced pickled jalapenos. And it basically looks like cold meat on rice, which is oddly appealing to me. But I'm gonna give it a shot and see how it goes down. I'm actually a big fan of that. It's lucky that they have the jalapenos because the rice is very mild. And the beef itself probably wouldn't have a ton of flavor without the shrimp sauce, but all of it combines to be cool and mild, which is actually perfect for Food and Wine, while still having some spice to it. So it's not boring to eat, but it also isn't going to sit heavy, and it's not hot. It's one of the few not hot foods you can get here. So I am, honestly, when I took a look at it, I was backpedaling a little bit on whether this was a good call, but I'm completely down with it. I enjoyed it a lot.
This be the New Brunswick slider, and it is essentially brisket, pot roast style, horseradish cream, crispy onions, and then obviously your little bit of garnish with the celery and peppers and carrots. So I will say, even though it's supposed to be eaten as a slider, there is so much juice happening here that it's like soggy bottoms going on. Like soggy bottoms. So, as the resident expert of brisket, I can't get over the sogginess. I know I said that a lot now, but it's so soggy. But the horseradish cream sauce on there, it's pretty amazing. So if you think that the cream is like in there that's going to dilute the horseradish down, you're absolutely wrong. It is some super spicy horseradish for sure. This is dressed really messy. I wish I would kind of just put it in a big dish and let you get at it like that way, and then have a little roll on the side. But yeah, I didn't have high hopes for it, but I'm actually really enjoying it. It's a really good dish.
Other than soggy.
Yes, and you can find this here, of course, at America. I forget what they're calling this one. Hops and Barley. Not to be confused with Block and Hans right next door for the beer. It's all the same. You know where it's at. Hang on. Not a good place to be headed.
I thought you were going to be losing your head over this one. Papa. Okay, we're done.
We are. So it was a very new day for us.
Like Celine Dion sang.
No, it's I have to say, I've been very hard on the Food and Wine Festival past couple of years when we go, but I think it genuinely is the mindset when we go without a distinct plan. It ends up stopping. We stop at the same booths. We always go the same direction, always starting in Mexico and going around. And so we're usually burnt out by the time we get to Germany.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's the same food over and over again. Doing it backwards this time? What?
I don't want to call anybody out on the internet, but that guy's wearing some ostentatious clothes that I am. Boom.
I like the approach we did this year with it.
Yeah.
I like that we did it different for ourselves. We did stick with the new. We saw stuff at some of the booths that we've had in years past, and we're like, oh, we really want that. And we know we're going to come back and do that. Hopefully there's another vlog too with retrying our old favorites.
Yeah.
So overall, I just, I'm happy with this year's event. So.
I didn't really have anything bad today. So that was a plus. It wasn't like, oh, I'm disappointed or this isn't what I expected. Everything was very tasty.
Yeah.
And also we lucked out again. We said earlier in this vlog with the weather, like the rain did hold out and it kept it cloudy. And there was actually like a nice breeze that was going on for a hot second too. So that was really cool.
Yeah, you can see I got a little bit of a sunburn. It still came
thanks.
through. That just happened.
The guy whose shirt I just said I liked just said he liked our videos. So, hey, you'll probably see this video. I liked your shirt. And I was trying to show it to you. So,
that's
well,
funny.
that worked out. Yeah.
And yeah, so overall, I had a great day.
Yeah.
I have nothing bad to say. Everything I had was, I think, was absolutely worth it. So.
There's stuff I'm looking forward to coming back to, and that's always a positive thing. Like last year or the year before, I kind of felt like, okay, I did it. And then when I came back, I'm like dragging my feet. And this year it feels like, oh, there's actually things I'm excited to be like, oh, I didn't get to try that today. Or, or like what Craig said, returning favorites. But we also stopped in the festival center to check out some of the merch. If you're an annual pass holder, you can come here and get a cute little Mickey magnet where he's got a chef's hat on. They'll give you that right away. And then if this is your fourth trip, he is right upside down. On your fourth trip, if you're an annual pass holder, you get a cool like looking cutting board this time. So it's nice that they're bringing back those things for annual pass holders.
Absolutely, yeah. So my last two real takeaways from it, I have to mention the beer. It started with beer, I'll end it with beer. If you aren't from Florida, there are a lot of great Florida beers being represented here this year. We didn't really get a lot of them. They do have a lot here inside the festival center at the craft beer stand. It's beers that I've enjoyed many beers from the breweries over and over again, so it's nothing that was like on my go-to list today, but everyone all the time asks me when they're coming here, which Florida beer should I try? Come to the festival. There's small portions that are overpriced, but a lot of them.
Yeah, it's like $4.75 or something, $4.50 for like a half a cup pour,
Yeah.
I'd call it. You know,
And the last thing I have to say is thank you to everyone who stopped us today to say
a
hi.
lot of people too. It was
And
really cool.
I don't want it to come off in like a braggy way, anything. Like, I swear we probably met 50 people today.
Yeah.
And just,
But you know what? It's
Everyone was
nice
super
because
nice.
we are talking right now to my phone and my arm. That this phone feels like it's 50 pounds at this moment in time. But it validates what we do, so we appreciate it. It wasn't. Oh,
no, that's going in a bad direction.
yeah, how many beers has he had? So it means a lot because for us, I'm just talking to my telephone right now. And so when we meet you in real life, like real bodies, it's really cool.
Yep.
So I appreciate that very
Yep.
much. You know.
So that's it for our first day of Epcot International Food and Wine Festival coverage. Like I said, we'll be back to try our favorites again in the future. If you came to the event this weekend, which lots of you did, let us know what your favorites were in the comments down below.
Yeah, did we miss something cool we should have tried? So-
Absolutely. And if you liked what we shared here, share the video and hit that thumbs up button. And we'll see you next time. Bye.